Oh, what comes after 2, guys? Oh, yeah, shit, 1. Welcome to the G.N.A. podcast, Games, Nerds, and Alcohol, where I break shit so much that I had to spend the last hour trying to get myself together just so that I could join in on this podcast. Huzzah! Anywho, enough of my woes. No, I'm going to be bitching all night. I'm so pissed. I am so pissed at life. But this is the 200th episode. 200th episode, guys! Whoop, whoop! Whoop, 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 whoop! I mean, it's fucking awesome. It's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, it is. We made it this far.
We're not doing anything super huge for the 200th. However, we do have a little bit of a surprise later on that Zyber's got hooked up for us. So we'll play that. We'll play that out there here in just a bit. But before then, let's go around. Let's do our normal shindig. We got everybody. You heard him. We got Zyber blood here. Zyber, how are you feeling, man?
I'm feeling all right. Just won't be partaking tonight in too much work.
Sucky. $5. and you heard Blue. We got Blue here. How you feeling, Blue?
Well, I went to the dentist today, so I'm a little sore, financially and physically, and moving sucks, kids.
Yes, it does. Say, I went to the orthodontist yesterday. And they have this rubber band thing on the side of my mouth right now, and it's actually taking my teeth and it's forcibly moving them forward. Every time I talk, it kind of feels like a shot of pain going through my brain.
Really? You see, I always thought those little rubber bands were meant to keep your mouth shut.
You know, it's supposed to. However, we can see how well that's working now, can't we?
Yeah. It's failing miserably. You need an adjustment.
When you're used to having your mouth open, it's kind of hard. It's like one of those involuntary movements. It's just, oh.
Yeah, just like, it's weird. Like, as I fall to my knees, my mouth immediately opens. I don't know. It's like those dolls that you get where, like, you move the leg and, like, the arm karate chops. Only mine, as soon as my knees bend, my mouth opens. And we got Code joining us tonight. Code, how you feeling, man?
Concerned for your knee moving your mouth.
Oh, man.
It's just muscle memory.
I think so. I think that's just what it is. It's just muscle memory. Well, most important segment of the show that we pretty much glazed over the past couple of shows. Mostly because these two fuckers, and I'm pointing at Blue and Zyber, were not there, and they left me to my own devices.
Sorry, work, man.
I was ready to go for last week, but you had this whole Kraken thing that you got in your head.
Well, it didn't really work out that well.
But who put it in his head?
Yeah, I was going to say, Blue, you did kind of, like, plant that there.
I did.
Well, let's go around the... You know what? I'm going to start off with what I'm drinking. I started off with... It was a beer that Damoc left here. It was a West Coast IPA. And to be perfectly honest, I was just so, like, friggin' stressed out after the past week. And then today, with everything breaking on me, that I sucked that beer down without actually acknowledging that there was a taste.
Wow. I've been there.
Dude, like, I started drinking it. It was just in almost 2 gulps. It was gone. And I'm going, shit. So
Jesus
now,
Christ, that's usually me when I get home from work.
Well, now
like, 8 o'clock in the morning kind of thing.
Well, yeah, but that's day drinking. That's the way it's supposed to be. I am now, if you can see the glass I'm drinking, and it's about halfway down. I had about a shot of Kraken left, so I threw that in there. And then I threw about half a bottle of Pirate rum in there. And then I had some Caribbean rum that I threw in there. So this is kind of like the rum gutter shot, and it's amazing. I should have thrown Coke in, but the Kraken really colored it for me, so yeah. And I'm drinking it out of a straw.
I'm going to say, and you've got a bendy straw?
You're damn straight I got a bendy straw.
It's going to be a party, dude.
Dude,
He's got
200th.
a straw.
200th. Man, I got to go all out. And you know what? I don't know if you guys can see the color, but it's actually a pink bendy straw. Can you see the color?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Suck down on that pink straw.
Oh, yeah. So, Co, what are you drinking tonight, man?
I went out and bought some Crown Reserve.
Ooh.
And it's not bad. Ooh. As I smashed the bottle into the cup.
Cheers!
So, obviously, you've already had some.
Yes, I have indulged in a little bit. I got that much left.
Jesus Christ, man. You drank that much?
And not the whole cup.
Oh, I'm about to say, like, that's a pretty big fucking cup.
All right, hold on. I want to point out here. Here's a normal pint glass. Here's the glass that I'm drinking out of.
Yeah, he's got,
So
like,
it's
nothing but booze.
Yeah, I had about that much in the cup.
See, this
So-
is why I don't even try anymore, because nothing shocks you guys. Like, I'm literally drinking a 32-ounce glass full of rum, and your guys, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Between that and episode 101.
Hey, you know what would be great for episode 201?
I will murder your family. I will murder you and your family, and I will make your family watch as I murder you and your family.
All right, we have to do it then. We absolutely have to do it because that would be epic. You got to video it.
God, no.
Can we double fist Kraken while fighting the Kraken?
Yes. Wait a minute. What are we going to use with the control? Oh, we won't be wearing pants. I gotcha. I'm with you.
No, man, just 2 straws. 2 straws.
Attached to our nipples. What are you drinking, Zyber? You said you weren't partaking in much.
I'm not partaking in much. I got this vintage Dr. Pepper here.
Vintage. Ooh. Does that mean that you found it under your bed next to that sock that you used as a kid?
It was actually inside the sock.
Oh! So it's kind of salty.
Well, it is cured.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
It's well aged.
Jesus. I mean, I remember as a kid, I had a shirt that I could use as a nightstand.
Christ, I remember I had a sock that I could use as a knife.
What about you, Blue? What are you drinking, man? I see a can in your hand, but I'm not sure if is it open? It looks like it's closed.
Well, this can is open, but we're not going to talk about this can because this can's not important. Instead, we're going to talk about this can.
Ooh, I see dogfish.
Yeah. And so get this. I
Flesh
just
and
read
blood?
this. I haven't been paying attention to this crap, but it actually says this on the can. Off-centered ales for off-centered people. It's warm.
Accurate.
Yeah, we're all a little fucked up. So it's Dogfish Head, a Super 8 Super Goose.
GOSE or GOOSE?
GOSE.
I just had a conversation with somebody today about how to enunciate that, and I have no clue how the hell to say that.
Yeah, neither do I. Where's my fiance when I need her? Seasonable Goss. Gosh, that doesn't sound right at all. Brewed with a bevy of heroic fruits and quinoa. Pours a deep, vibrant red with an ample addition of Hawaiian sea salt.
That sounds
Never had it.
too
Let's see what
fancy.
this does. So it's red.
Well,
Like
it says it's a top fermenting sour beer. So I hope you like sours.
I do like sours, so this won't be bad.
I think you're gonna like it. And
I bought 2 of these cans, and I bought a bottle of 120 that I'm not going to touch for a year.
so this is what this says. It says Gauss. It says it's enunciated Gauss.
Gauss. Super
Gauss.
8 Super Gauss. Okay.
That's it? Okay.
So that is sour right there.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Mikey, I think he likes it.
And I think there's actually like salt flakes in this or something. It's not filtered because I see something in there. It probably is just like the seeds from the raspberries or something like that. But
It's not one of those where you're only supposed to pour out about 90% of it and leave 10% in the can, are you?
I've never heard of that before in my life. Why would I leave behind 10%? Like, it just seems like a wasted beer. That's just like alcohol abuse. It's neglect. But Yeah, it's got that a little bit of a salt taste to it at the end, but it's just mostly there to let you know. And then I'm still got a little bit of a chalk taste in my mouth from them drilling today. Just like I said, physically and financially screwed today. It's definitely got the sour taste to it. But the only problem with it is you really can't taste definitively like any one fruit. Like they talk about pears, mangoes, boysenberry, blackberry, raspberry, elderberry, and kiwi juice. I really can't taste the quinoa, but then again, quinoa to me doesn't really have much of a...
It's got all the berries.
But it's not bad. I mean, I like it. It's got a nice, like sour taste, and you think of fruits when at least I do. I think of fruits when I think of sour.
So would you pick up the sour beer again?
I would. $2.99 a can, I think, is around there. All I remember is that the worldwide stout is like $10 a bottle or something like that.
Yeah, it's like $11.
Yeah, $10, $11, and that's what 120 is. It's like a $40 for a 4-pack, so it's probably around like...
The worldwide stout ages just like 120. I have 3 packs of 120 and 2 packs of the worldwide stout in my fridge right now that is aging. And maybe this time of year, next year, you all be partaking in an aged beer with me.
I know I've got that one in a brown paper bag. It's not getting touched until next November.
Nice.
I have never had worldwide, so I have no idea what it tastes like.
Do you like stouts?
Good.
Yes.
Well, in a year's time, you will partake in one because it will be perfectly aged for a year.
I thought the worldwide stout was interesting, but I think I have to give it to Dark Hollow. For the price and the flavor, I just like Dark Hollow a lot more.
So, out of the bottle, yes, I definitely think Dark Hollow is better, but I'm waiting to see how this ages, because if this ages just like 120 does, in about a year's time, the ABV on this is going to spike, and it's going to smooth out so much that I'm just going to put it to my lips and instantly get a hard-on.
Yeah, I couldn't hold out. I drank all of my worldwide stouts.
Yeah, I haven't even been able to find the one that Co likes, and you all say is mud butt beer.
Dragon's
what
Milk.
is it? Dragon's Milk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't found that anywhere up here.
I like it. If I can't find Dark Hollow, it's my go-to, like stout. Yeah.
I was going to say, not your go-to, because I've got a fridge full of Victory Golden Monkey that's your go-to.
Go-to stout.
That's what I said. Once I heard the sound, like, oh, there we go.
Yeah, definitely the salt. You can taste it. It's taken a few sips to get past all that chalky dental work, but yeah, definitely taste the salt.
Yeah,
So it's
fuck
kinda
you,
like
dental.
Screaming Reels.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's kind of like that, except I think this has got more of a fruit body to it than Screaming Reels does. Not necessarily like a sugary fruit body, just more of a... Screaming Reels was probably limes. This is definitely more complex.
Damn, I gotta
berries.
try. See,
Yes.
I don't like sours, but I liked Screaming Reel. So if you're saying that's anything like Screaming Reel, I'm gonna like it.
With the exception of the IPA finish that you get in Screaming Reels.
Oh, damn, because that's really what I loved about this.
Yeah, it's definitely... No, this... How do you say it again? Gauss?
Gowz. Gowz. Think of enunciating it like Gowz. Gowz.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely doesn't have that IPA like kick to it. It's whatever this super Gauss type beer in the dark on.
Well, that's all right.
It's good though.
Hey, so next segment, again, that we've completely ignored the past few episodes. State of Games. State of Games is just what you've been playing for the past, well, now we'll just talk about 3 weeks because, yeah. What you've been playing recently, or just how you feel about games in general. So let's just reverse that right around. Blue, what is your State of Games, man?
So, since I went long on the beard, I'm going to try to go short on this. Giggity. Been playing Call of Duty, or not Call of Duty, Tom Clancy, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Been leveling up in that. Completed the story finally. It's good. I'm hoping to see more. I kind of like the ending. Kind of set up before they release the raid. That's my feelings on it. I haven't gotten into the raid yet, so I don't know how it connects to it, but I feel like with it being like a drone theme for the raid, the ending of the game kind of like paved the road towards the story that I think is going to be laid out in the raid. So sniping's still fun in that game. I hate the missions where you have to like go into buildings and then it's like you go downstairs and then you have to like go up a floor and move over and then go up another floor to continue somewhere else. It's like a freaking maze in there. I hate those. And then I've been playing Pokemon Sword. I've been really enjoying that. I've finally finished last night my second gym battle. I'm on somewhere around like 60-something plus Pokemon at this point. So I'm still kind of getting slow through it, but I definitely like the fact that I can like level up a Pokemon, get them to where I want them, and then I can be out in the field and I can just pull one from my box and have them replace the one that I reached the level that I want them to be at and start leveling that guy up. And then like doing the raids, like getting the candies really easily in the experience dust or whatever the heck it's called, to level up them as well as also eat. And then being able to heal my Pokemon in the field or fly anywhere without having to teach someone fly it's been great quality of life stuff for me.
You've caught 60 unique Pokemon before the second gym already?
Yeah, I took my freaking time.
Yeah, you're thorough.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want my team to be. So I've managed to get like probably like 20 of those guys up to level 20 at this point. So yeah, I played this game a little bit differently than some I know.
I have more than 60 unique Pokemon.
You've also beat the game.
And very well trained.
Yeah, but did you have them by the second gym?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, all right then. Damn it, I gotta fucking buy a Switch in this goddamn game. I love the fucking Pokemon games. I love them. And I don't play them because I literally get sucked in for a month just doing nothing else but playing that goddamn game. Because I gotta catch them all. Like, you don't understand. I gotta catch them all.
Dude, do you like hear the Pokemon theme when you play that game for like 2 hours for the rest of your day? Because I do. I hear that music over in my head. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Am I going crazy?
So I think one of the biggest things I like about Sword and Shield is that we didn't have the safari zones in a lot of the games that came out for many years after that. So having an open world exploration again, where you're catching unique Pokemon in those areas again, well, it's interesting, and I think the raids are a nice addition to the game for the series.
Right. My only thing though is they have to fix the whole online bit. That's kind of sucky because if you want to do a raid with a friend, it's pretty much 90-10 that you're going to do it. 90% of the time, you're not going to be able to do it.
Well, I haven't found a single person to do any of the raids. I've just been doing it with the NPCs. No one queues.
I thought by exchanging cards that I'd actually get you at whatever point, and you'd be your character would be playing as an NPC. Or
that'd be interesting.
Or like the gym leaders getting their league cards, I would have thought that I would get to use them. No. But yeah, the online stuff, like the trading, I remember I set up like a random trade, and I had it spinning for 2 hours. I don't even think it ever completed.
Well, I'm glad to hear. So we had a big discussion on Discord about Pokemon Sword and Shield, and there was the controversy over it and all that jazz. And I don't want to get into that. I just want to say that I'm really glad to hear that the three of you are playing it and enjoying it, and not seeing any of that bullshit. And if you are seeing it, it's not enough to deter you from playing the game.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of the issues that were quote unquote, allegedly stated. So
yeah, I've not seen a single one of the cutscene glitches or capture glitches or any of that nonsense. As
I said, I didn't want to get into it. I'm really psyched because
no. I'm just confirming. That's all.
Can confirm. No, I'm really excited because I was looking forward to the game, and I saw a lot of the controversy that was coming out with it, and I got really disheartened. Like, man, motherfucker! Like every time I get excited about a game, this shit happens. And hearing, seeing what you guys type in Discord, hearing what you guys say about the game, it made me feel, personally, it made me feel a lot better just about games in general. Like, oh, okay, so even with the controversy that's bullshitting out there, the game isn't necessarily as bad as people are saying.
One of the good things I think give to the Game Freak, I think it's Game Freak, is that while the game doesn't really change much between each iteration in the franchise, they're solid games, and unless you're going out of your way to break them, you're going to have a solid experience as long as you follow the path and try not to do exploits, and you have a good time.
I think that could be said about most games, though. I mean, if you genuinely just play the game and not look for exploits, you can pretty much have a good time.
I can agree to disagree with that with a lot of the online games I've played.
Oh, Christ. Well, okay. That's... God. Well, but there's a difference, though. When you get into online gaming like that, especially when it's like multiple people on there and they're all contending for the same resources, it's almost like a standard. Because you find an exploit, like I just think back to Destiny, the original Destiny, and there was this thing called the Loot Cave, and you literally just stood there about 100 feet away from this cave, and enemies would spawn about every 30 seconds as long as you killed all the enemies. So literally, all you did was stand there, and in about 2 hours' time, you'd be maxed out on all your gear, pretty much have every weapon that you could possibly think of in the game. And then you just walk away and you'd be like, oh, I got everything, and then you'd be ready for the raid. Now, granted, Bungie figured it out and patched it out pretty quick, but it was one of those, things of, I spent probably, 30 or so hours at the Loot Cave, and I had everything in Destiny 1.
Oh, I mean, those are exploits in terms of spawn rates and whatnot, but, I mean, given one of my examples is, like Elder Scrolls Online, there were 15 pages of bugs when that game released.
Oh, yeah.
And
whoa, but hold on. First off, Elder Scrolls, like 15 pages of bugs, that's light. That's way light.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds light, and then you find out that when you do a single skill in PvP zones, it would knock you into the load screens. Or if I logged out and logged in really quick, it would not load in buildings. I could walk underneath buildings.
Dude, no, the best one that I ever had in Elder Scrolls games was Skyrim. I think it was PS3 Skyrim. You went underwater, and as soon as your camera transitioned underwater, your PS3 locked. You couldn't play the game anymore.
Do you know the loot system in Skyrim? Do you know how that works?
No, but I want to know because I've been playing it again.
So vendors, their chests aren't linked in code directly with them. They're actually chests under the world, and there are locations in the world that you can loot this chest, and it's the entire vendor's inventory what they're selling.
I'm gonna need a map with specific coordinates. Anyways,
that sounds like that you pick up a bowl and walk against a wall, and you go into the construct.
Yeah, that's another one of those are good exploits. When you see those speed runs, oh, it's great.
Well, let's kick on here. Cyberblood, what's your steady games?
Well, my steady games is I'm not playing Sword and Shield. I jumped off of that for Ni no Kuni. I also been playing Baldur's Gate. I beat that. I did a speed run of Icewind Dale. I was about to finish that, but the game locked on me. And it's the same place that it locked on me back in the day when that game first came out. It's right after you get done with the witch and you go back to the village. You talk to the dude that was exiled. He gives you the medallion. Talk to the gate guy, and he won't let you in. He takes the medallion, but he won't let you in.
God, it sounds like my experience with Planescape Torment.
Yeah. Other than that, I got Breath of the Wild for the Switch. I had it for the Wii U, so I'm transitioning to the Switch. I just wish I could bring that save file over. Oh well, that's about it.
Nice. What about you, Ko? What's your steady games, man?
Oh man, I'm all over the place. To save time, I've been playing Paladins again, and I just started doing ranked.
Liar. He's been playing Black Desert.
Well, I have that running every day, so that's a given. It's running while I'm playing other games. But yeah, Paladins.
Pretty much. So my state of games has been super simple. You've heard my state of games on the past 2 podcasts. Or 3, or however many fucking ones we were playing where we were just playing games. That's literally all the games that I've been playing. I played some Paladins with Ko and Daymok. Oh, wait, speaking of Daymok, where the fuck is Daymok?
I don't know, he's kind of dipped.
Jesus Christ, he's abandoned me too, just like Blue and Cyber do. God.
Nobody
Fucking
loves
here,
you anymore,
mate.
man.
Fucking here.
I mean, he traveled for 26 hours in like the period of a weekend, and now he's traveling again.
Yeah, Jesus, just fucking weird, man. Anyways, so my state of games, yeah, have been super, super simple. I've been logging in, getting my Warframe dailies. I've been playing. I played a little Sea of Thieves. God, I still love that game. I love that they keep expanding on it. You know what? There's actually something that I played that I haven't that wasn't on podcast. I actually jumped in and I played a little bit of No Man's Sky again because there was a huge update to it. I jumped in, I played a bit of No Man's Sky. I'm really excited about that. I loved it. I love the additions that they've done to it. I'm definitely excited about Hello Games continuing to support their product even after all the fucking hell that they went through. That they're continuing to support the product, I'm excited for. I played... What else did I play? I think that was it. I think that pretty much covers it. I'm pretty much lame. Oh, yeah, dude. That fucking... Dude, I gotta get back into painting. I just don't have the fucking time. What the hell am I saying? I gotta get back into painting. I don't have the time. I don't have the fucking time to edit the episodes, let alone the time to fucking sit down and paint a figurine, which would be awesome, because I'd love to fucking do it. I just don't have time.
But it's nice because you can just sit there and pick it up and play it again. Not play it again. Paint it some, put it back down, and pick it up a little bit later.
Dude, he's got a fucking Cthulhu right there.
Right? That is crazy. When are you gonna
What
paint
the
that
fuck
one?
is that? I keep hitting my
Looking
damn
forward to
wire
seeing
and
that.
knocking my headphones off.
5th edition. This is actually from Pathfinder. This is going to be probably this Sunday if everything works out properly. Or, actually, no, it won't. I won't get back until a little too late, and then I have to go to sleep. So probably next weekend. The morning of horror movie night.
Well, that's the only Cthulhu I have.
Is it plushy little Cthulhu? Or is it?
Yeah, it's one of those little vinyls that you get out of the blind boxes. The little Funkos. So... A funny story here. I pulled this little Cthulhu that I got here, and I was like, oh, that's pretty bitchin'. That's badass. I got a freaking Cthulhu. And then the next blind box that I grabbed, I got the same Cthulhu, only it's a glow-in-the-dark Cthulhu. So it's literally this, only it's completely like clear looking, and it's fucking the pop vinyl. Nice. It's this, but it's completely clear, and it's glow-in-the-dark.
You can take that glow-in-the-dark one and you can paint it some different gnarly colors and help it really kind of be like a creepy thing that sits in your room.
Oh, yeah? That'd be interesting.
I'm going to break these damn headphones because of this new goddamn setup. I really am.
Hey, dude, that's my gig, not yours. Get your own fucking thing.
Well,
Spit in the fucking camera again.
So I already broke these. I don't know if you can see it, but I already broke these, so I can't wear these now.
Gorilla Glue, man. Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, I gotta look into. I gotta get some super glue for it. Anywho, so fuck it. State of games, we're good. We got to keep moving here because we got some shit to go over. One of the things that we got to go over is: did anybody read this article by Gravemind about them putting VR on cows?
No.
All right.
I didn't read any of the articles.
So,
full disclaimer.
I thought this was pretty friggin' funny, but I read the article. It's pretty damn successful. They're putting VR goggles, like the fucking Vive or whatever, on cows, and they're making it look like they're surrounded by like this huge field or whatever. This lush fjord, I guess, and it's fucking working. Like, cows they've been producing more milk and shit. Like, I thought it was a joke, and then I started reading the article, then I Googled some more articles on it, and it's actually true. They're doing it in fucking Russia.
Now,
Yeah, I skimmed it. I didn't really read it, but I skimmed it and saw that, and I started laughing. And I couldn't read anymore.
so I'm gonna call this one a hoax. Do they have like custom VR sets for these things? Because cows' eyes are on the sides of their heads, and from this picture, it's front on, and that won't work.
No, so if you Google more of them, that was just some weird stock image thing that they had going on. So if you Google more of them, you actually find some more. Unless you find that it was a hoax. But I Googled some more things of Russian cow VR goggles. And I found a bunch of pictures of these like suction cup things on the side of their head. Hold on, let me see if I can find one. Because I should have fucking posted it.
Huh.
Never trust anything you see in the news, kids. Question everything.
But I mean, in all honesty, if anybody was going to do it, wouldn't it be the fucking Russians?
That are the Canadians.
Fuck, it would be the Canadians too.
In Mother Russia, cow milks... Oh, wait, that's getting really dirty. Never mind.
Guys, okay, hold on. Have you seen the movie Kingpin?
No.
Woody Harrelson,
Yes.
Kingpin,
Hey,
Co.
where'd you get that milk?
Co, have you seen Kingpin?
No, I have not.
Okay, so I gotta set this up. So the guy is trying to find this absolutely astounding bowler, but he's Amish. So he like literally tapes on a beard to his face, puts on the Amish hat, and works his way into the family. So the family is all getting up and getting ready to like go to town to buy something. So he comes out with this wooden bucket. And he's like, "Hey, I milked your cow." And he takes a big sip off of it. He's like, "Man, it took a while, but after I got her going, it all just like came at once and it filled the bucket." And the guy looks at him and goes, "We don't have a cow. We have a bull." As he's sipping from the bucket again, and he's just like, "I'm gonna go brush my teeth. I'll be right back."
Okay.
Dude, you're going to need something more than toothpaste for that shit.
Dude, that's an
I thought it
absolutely
was a
epic
bowl
movie.
of cereal.
You thought it was a what?
I thought he had a bowl of cereal.
No, he was sitting there with a bucket of, like a fucking wooden bucket. As they were leaving, he's drinking from it as he's talking, and they're like, "We don't have a cow. We have a bull." And he just like spits it right back into the bucket. He's like, "I'm gonna go brush my teeth." If you haven't seen that movie, it's cringy and epic. You have to see it.
I'll add it to the list.
But in all honesty, do you think that the whole thing would work with cows? Like,
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't it? I mean, people enjoy the immersion. I'm imagining animals would get immersed as well.
all right,
Honestly, if I was a cow and I found out that I was in Russia, I think I want to be somewhere else too.
oh, dude, could you imagine if like they were playing Breath of the Wild in the cows VR and the cows fucking playing Breath of the Wild?
That'd be cool.
And then they get really mad because every single one of their weapons breaks in every 5 hits. And
Oh
they just
man!
stomp on the VR goggles.
But that adrenaline kicks in and they produce more milk because of it, or they get fucking buff. Could you imagine cattle getting buff because they're all pissed off that their weapons keep breaking in Breath of the Wild?
But we don't want buff cows. We want fat cows because they give really nice marbled steak.
All right, I thought these were dairy cows.
Yeah, I thought they were dairy cows too. I was just imagining, like, you know those kangaroos that are all fucking buff? I was just imagining a cow being like that and being like, "Squirt my milk in your face." Ugh!
Wait, so we don't eat dairy cows at all?
I mean,
They will. A farmer will when the cow is no longer useful, but no, it's really dairy cows are for making dairy. You feed cows something different when you're raising them.
look, I'm just going to point this out. If it had legs and was walking, I'll eat it.
That's why there are no babies around him.
Look, I've never eaten human before, but that's not because of any like religious or any like stigma on it. It's just because it hasn't been available. I'm pretty confident that we're yummy.
There's also diseases that come with eating them.
Dude,
as well.
there's diseases from changing a fucking cat litter.
True.
I mean, at least then I'm going to be like, "Oh, fuck, I'm eating some yummy Carl. Hey, Carl, you're fucking yummy." Actually, that's pretty bad because we actually named a lamb Carl, and we He carved them up and ate them. It's actually,
Oh boy.
yeah, it's actually getting pretty dark here. Moving on.
Hey, Carl, you're delicious with mint jelly.
Moving on. Selling hot in Sweden.
Moving on.
Beer brewed from sewage water.
Oh,
Now,
No.
shitty beer.
is that like a PPA instead of an IPA? Or maybe it's still an IPA? I don't know.
A BIPA.
Was it an IPB? IP beer.
I don't know. I'm not even going to read this article because I was lame and I didn't read in the first place. But let's just go from the title. I don't think I would drink a beer brewed from sewage water.
I mean, people brew coffee that comes from cat shit, so they might like it.
Yeah, good point. They do drink coffee that comes from cat and like monkey shit. So there's that.
I mean, if they're gonna clean the water to the point where they do that, they clean our water, but yeah, hopefully they've cleaned it first.
yeah.
Yeah, hard pass.
But I mean,
hard pass.
If they're gonna go through the proper treatment process, it's pretty much
Hard
normal.
pass.
It's pretty much normal water, anyways.
I mean, let's be honest, the fish pee in the water that they used to brew Coors Light, Coors with, so.
So if you do this in different regions or with different kind of people who eat different types of food groups, do we get different flavors? This is its own little genre.
Oh my god.
Oh God, India, you get a spicy beer.
You get a curry beer. You get over to America and you get a fatty beer. Oh god.
Well, then again, there is that beer down in Central America, where they chew corn and they spit into a bucket.
Oh, you're thinking of that movie with Sean Connery.
No,
Yeah, you are.
there's actually a beer that they chew the corn, they spit the juice into a bucket, and they ferment it.
I'm gonna have to go bullshit. I need some links on that. I need some links. Anyways, moving on to the next one. I'm actually just cherry picking them now because we've got really short on time. But did you see this one about sunning your butthole?
I've heard of it before, yes.
Seen it, ignored it.
I mean, like, really? Like, you're sitting there in a friggin' Orlando jersey with fucking Disney and Nike on you with your friggin' sexy guns hanging out. I mean, and you're gonna say that you're frowning on butthole sunning? Like, that's really where you're going right now.
Yeah, because the Magic suck at playing basketball, but it has nothing to do with this.
How do you know? Maybe every single one of them touch hole sun.
Maybe they need to work more on practicing basketball then. Because doing this is wasting time. They need to win more games.
But man, it gets them centered. It gets their zen, dude.
So if they sit in those awkward positions, won't they get like tan lines because their legs are blocking the sun from hitting the rest of the body? So no.
I don't know. Maybe they're like doing a psycho split. I don't know. All I know is when I do it, I get tan lines. I mean, I've heard.
And then when you do it, they give you a fine.
That's only because I'm sitting in the playground when I do it. Oh, shit. Well, I was going to say, I was going to go through all the news articles, but to be perfectly honest, we have too many fucking news articles.
That's shots for every single one of them.
I know, I probably should do shots for everything.
Well, actually, no, there's only two left. There's a cyberpunk one that's mocap for the sex scenes, and then there's something talking about how the fact that the Steam controller buck dual Nanoshox trends companies like Sony, Microsoft, blah blah.
Well, yeah, they're selling the Steam controllers now for like $5 a pop, and it's really not that bad of a deal because the Steam controller itself honestly has a pretty nice feel. I personally like the feel of the Stadia controller better, but
isn't it kind of weird how it comes like this instead of comes like that?
Well, how it concaves instead of like convexes, yeah.
Well, I would say it concaves for the haptic feedback touchpads, so it's easier for you to work with it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a Steam controller, and I like the feel of it. Don't get me wrong, I like the feel of it, but if I was comparing, like, I've got an Xbox controller, I've got a Stadia controller, I've got a PS4 controller, I've got a Wii controller. The only one I don't have is an Xbox Pro controller. And to be perfectly honest, out of all of the controllers, the Xbox Pro controller feels the best to me, with a close second being the Stadia.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I found a link. Dogfish actually makes one.
What the fuck?
Wow, that's disgusting. I mean, I like the wiki, but I just...
No. I think I'm going to not click on that. Thank you.
Too late, already clicked. Oh yeah,
It's
it
like-
shows a chick chewing corn and spitting it. Now, if it's just her chewing it, I'm okay with that. Dude, it's at 3.1 ABV. I'd have to drink like 40 of them to get a buzz.
So can they make like a double?
And only one of them to catch some sort of weird disease.
What, am I going to get more hepatitis?
So if they double brew it, does that mean they have to double chew it? So they have two people chew
It's like a cow chewing its cud.
Darn it, go.
Just sit there, like, all I imagine is her sitting there chewing, spitting, then brewing it, then her chewing it again, spitting it again. I don't know why I have this erection. I really don't know why. It's a bit disturbing, to be honest.
You're a bit disturbing too, bud. Or as they say, dogfish, off-centered ales for off-centered people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you've ever seen my teeth, they're definitely off-center.
I'm gonna send all of you
Sorry.
this beer for Christmas.
I'd try it. I would try it once. But again, I'd need like, at 3.1 ABV, I'd need a 30 rack to catch a buzz.
Something tells me it's gonna be like drinking like Miller's or something.
Well, I tried. So,
Pretty
Dogfish
weak.
Head has got this. I'm going to do a quote unquote light beer. And it literally tastes like a cross between Budweiser and Miller. And it's got a super low ABV. And I picked it up because it was a light beer. And I'm doing air quotes again, light beer. It was. I now have 2 Dogfish Head beers that I do not drink. And that light beer is one of them. Well, shit. 200 episodes, guys. I mean, Blue, what episode did you jump in on? I know you jumped in with Gravemind, like, forever ago. But what episode was it that you jumped in and you were really, like, vested in, I should say?
It wasn't the first one I did with you.
No, it was a couple after that, because you jumped in, you did one, and then you took a break, and then you came back in.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around like 50-something, 60-something.
Well, 56 is where I took over.
Okay, so then it was probably like the early 60s.
Yeah, probably 60s. I could see 60s. Because 56 is where I took over. And 56, ironically, is an episode that no one will ever hear because it doesn't exist.
I am Groot.
Actually, we lost a bunch of audio from people, so we were going to do I Am Groot for the whole thing, but the person who had all the audio ended up losing all the audio, so that episode physically does not exist. But it's on there, it's listed as transition, so it's just kind of like an empty episode.
I am Groot.
I Am Groot. We should just do an episode where we just record I Am Groot from every single one of us, like, for 45 minutes, and just do I Am Groot.
Can we be like panicking like paladins or whatever? And like if we're all like, oh fuck, instead it'll be like, I am Groot, I'm Groot, I'm Groot.
I'm Groot, I'm Groot, I'm Groot, I am Groot!
I am Groot.
Yeah, and then when you do, like, play of the game, you're like, I am Groot!
Yes.
No, man, we, goddamn, 200 episodes. We had a big to do for 100.
Yeah, we did.
That was fun. That was a lot of prep, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was.
We spent probably like a month and a half on that.
Oh, easily a month and a half. But it was a good, it was fun. It was fun getting everything together and finally getting everything broadcasted for the 100th episode. Now we're at 200. Like, where the hell are we going to go from here? Are we, we got something to play a little in a little bit, but I mean, shit. We've had some great people on the show. I can't. I gotta say, I've been pretty excited about the people we've had on the show. I mean, just to name a few, we've had Chesman in Italy. That cat is fucking amazing. He's like, artistically, the guy is blows my mind. Have you ever looked into Chesman? I know I mean, I know you've been on the show after Shesman was on, but did you ever listen to the old shows, hear about Shesman?
No, I have not heard about Shesman.
Dude, when you get a chance, look up, he's on YouTube, it's Shesman, and he does some parodies, like the Dark Souls parodies and Doom parodies, all done by him, I think all voiced by him. The dude is fucking oozing talent.
Yeah, he illustrated and composed some of the music.
Oh yeah, he did the music. I forgot, for the Doom one, he did the music too. The guy is fucking metal. But yeah, we've had Shesman, we've had Ryan Holkamp from Attic Door. Oh, dude, we've had David from Hellstrom Games. David's a cool cat too. He's the composer for the game was Claire. They're working on a new project, which, to be perfectly honest, I don't know about you guys. As soon as that fucking game comes out, I'm buying it. Whether it's shit or not, I'm buying it because the guy's a cool cat.
Same here. I've been following the progress between him and the team, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump on it the second it drops.
Yeah, I mean, there's some games that I've jumped on, like, right away, and I've been, I don't know. I like, there's some games that have been disappointed at first, but my patience has prevailed. You know, like No Man's Sky. I honestly feel that game really has come a long way, so I feel my patience has really paid off there. Thankfully, I haven't paid a dime for Anthem, and I don't think I ever will, but I'm holding on to hope that game is going to come out and be really, really great. But I may be suffering from a pipe dream there. Don't know.
We'll see what happens with this next fix.
Yeah, they're doing a lot, man. I got to give it to them. They're trying. It might be, one guy bailing a sinking galleon. And anybody who's played Sea of Thieves knows that one guy cannot save a sinking galleon.
I mean, if you're button mashing games on point, I really think you can.
No, but we had some really freaking great people on the show.
Yeah.
And to be, again, just speaking from personal, getting all weepy here. Nah, but I like, there's been some shit that I honestly would never have found out about if it wasn't for this podcast. I mean, to name a few, Monster, the anime, I would have honestly, in all of my time searching through random shit, I would have never found Monster. And I'm really happy I did. And Blue, I'm thanking you for it, because you're the one who turned us on to it.
Someone else turned me onto it, and I think it was someone in our community. It might have been God who did that.
I don't know that God turned us on to that. I remember you, unless it was like a side shit that I didn't figure out, but I just remember that you were like, yeah, we're doing Monster. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is Monster? We started watching it, and the first couple episodes, I was really taken aback, like, what the fuck are we watching? This is not making any sense whatsoever. And then it was somewhere around, like, I think it was the second night of watching this. So I think about, like, episode 4 or 5, maybe. I really started digging in, like, oh shit, this has got some deep fucking story here.
Yeah, that's definitely been a fun adventure, is having the community come on and leaving it to them, like, hey, pick the anime, because I know that when I picked them, we didn't always go very far. But it's been fun. We've had some great turnouts. We've had, we have the same people who come out every night, and we've had some really big turnouts for that, and it's always fun conversation.
Yeah, I mean, we've had quite a few good conversations, even conversations where it's like, someone's bullshitting, you call them on the bullshit, they vaporize, they come back like it never even happened.
Well, but I mean, in everybody's defense, I love to argue. Like, I love now I say argue. I love that counterpoint. Because, and from a personal point of view, if anybody if anybody actually knows me, they know that I love to play devil's advocate simply because I love to learn from a conversation. I am deeply embedded. I love to learn. And I found that I can't learn if I agree with everybody. Like, if I agreed with everybody here, I would probably never, meaningfully learn anything because I'd just be like, oh yeah, that's completely right. You're fucking right. That's amazing. You're right. But if I'm like, no, you're fucking wrong. What do you mean? They're like, well, what do you mean I'm fucking wrong? This is what I mean. And then they come back with a whole bunch of information and I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, they're actually right. I know. If you know me, you know that I love to argue, but if you really know me, you know that I love to argue because I love to learn from a conversation. And that's one of the things I've loved about this fucking podcast is that I've learned some amazing shit. Like, again, just people we've met up with. I've learned some shit from people that I would have never learned.
Like movie 43?
Like movie 43! Like, where the fuck did that movie come from? Like, seriously shit! How the fuck did I miss that movie? Freaking Hugh Jackman, friggin' Kate Winslet, Chris.
Fucking Star-Lord.
Oh, Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt.
Not Dustin Hoffman. What the fuck's his name? He's the guy who's telling the story the entire time.
Don Johnson guy?
Yeah, like, what the fuck's his name? It's Dustin something. Dustin
Hoffman?
No, not Dustin Hoffman. Fucking A, I'm forgetting his name. Anyways.
Halle Berry, Hugh Jackman, Chris Pratt, Elizabeth Banks, Kristen Bell, Emma Stone, Naomi Watts, Kate Winslet, Stephen Merchant, Anna Faris.
Like, listen to all those fucking names. How the hell did anybody went up to Hugh Jackman and Kate Winslet and said, we're going to do a scene where you're on a date with a guy and this guy has balls hanging off of his neck. And Hugh Jackman...
and they dangle in the soup.
Hugh Jackman, you're that guy and you're going to have balls hanging off of your neck. And Hugh Jackman's like, yeah, let's fucking do it. I love it. Let's do it. Seriously, my fucking mind explodes when I think of this.
I broke the show with that. Oh my god.
You did. You fucking broke the show. I remember that episode. You broke the goddamn show.
Isn't that the episode I broke your camera too?
No, that was 100. I spit rum all over it.
Okay, yeah.
No, like Moody, like there's so much shit. And you know, this podcast has always been just, hey, fuck it, have fun, let's bullshit, whatever. But I've really learned a lot of shit from this podcast. Like shit I would have never learned before. Like, for instance, Ko is a fucking god at PvP.
I'm not a god.
No, dude. Like, I've sat there and I've played with you. You're a fucking god at PvP.
We're playing casual. I have realized my limitations from Paladins.
Dude.
You say god, and I'm like mediocre in the current rank I'm at right now.
All right, look, all I know is that I sit down and I play without you, and I'm winning a game every now and then. I'm playing with you, and I'm winning every game. Now, I'm pretty confident that's not me.
We have some really good games, though. And it's not just I guess you could say star players, kind of like basketball, but I mean, you need the team, especially, my realization with ranked. I have been cursed, I have been sworn at, I have been called racist things. Within 10 games, I have learned that people hate you. You go into the game and they just hate you. When they force you to pick a class that you haven't played before, and they see your rank 0, they're like, get the heck out of here, you blah blah blah, and go back to casual and learn the character up to the level 50 before you get back in ranked. Like, someone's told me that in the past, 10 games that I played. I'm like, I play DPS, and you insta-picked it, so I'm forced to play this character.
Yeah, why don't you go back to casual and figure out some other classes?
I'm like, maybe you need to go to casual and chill out.
Holy shit. Well, hell, I can't think of, I can't think of anywhere else we can possibly go, but I'm really excited to find out.
I know where we can go. We can go to episode 201 and beyond.
Yeah, I mean, I got a whole book here that he can read from.
Dude, I am not, I don't care what the fuck. You guys could all just be like, I'm not going to be on the show for this episode. I'll be like, fine, that's it. I'm just going to sit here and, I don't know, play Graveyard Keeper the entire time and just talk about it.
You just play with yourself.
You dug that hole. You dug that hole for yourself. If I can't, if you guys don't come on, I can always read Penthouse Forum letters and Deckard Cain voice.
That's our thing now. That's our thing. Every time we reach, this kind of milestone, the next show after it has to be that. That's our thing now.
Nope.
I mean,
nope, that is
101, 201.
That is not our
that's
thing.
Just the deal.
That is absolutely not our thing.
Yeah, let's not go there. We did it once. It was funny. Let's move
No, it wasn't funny. It was so cringy.
But this time he has to read letters from a Playgirl.
Oh yeah, gay porn. I could do it.
As Herbert the pervert.
Now, see, I can't do Herbert's voice. Now, if we got Mattman in here, he could do Herbert's voice. Oh Christ!
Oh yeah.
What if Mattman did Herbert's voice for half of it, and I did the other half as a Scotsman? Oh no, we're not doing it. No, fuck you.
Yeah, that's it.
Mattman isn't available. He can't do
it. It's all recorded.
Nope, Mattman can't do
proof.
it. He can't do it. He's not available. He doesn't even listen to the show anymore, so doesn't matter.
I think we need to have a special guest come on the show now.
Nope. Not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
I think if I offer him $50, he'll do it.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna raise taxes. Not gonna do it. I don't know. I'm excited to see what this next year is gonna bring. To be perfectly honest, I mean, we got the G.N.A. Misadventure League. As soon as I get some more time to edit that shit out, honestly, I might just fucking outsource and pay somebody to edit it because I really just don't have the time right now. But I can't wait to see what the next year is gonna come. And we've got actually kind of a special thing that Zyberblood pulled out for us. I'm going to post it in chat here. And I'll not only post it in chat, but I'm also going to play it for everybody so you can hear it on the episode. But if you've ever listened to Letterkenny, or ever watched Letterkenny, then you know of some of the different people. And Stu from Letterkenny actually recorded a little thing for the G.N.A. podcast, which I thought was awesome. So why don't we play that quick?
Hold on. Blue has something.
Tyler Johnson is the name of the actor from Letterkenny that plays Stuart. And if you haven't watched Letterkenny, I suggest you check out Hulu if you're in the Americas, because that's where you can watch it. And there's also Crate TV, I believe is the name of it, if you're in Canada. If you haven't, try there or just look on the internet.
Also, you might recognize the name from him being on Supernatural.
He has been on Supernatural. Actually, funny thing is, if you watch Supernatural, a bunch of people from Letterkenny have been on Supernatural. But this guy, Tyler, was on Supernatural. He was another angel that I think Cass killed.
That's right. Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes, he
the
was.
look on Blue's face as all of a sudden realization hits in. It's like both neurons fired at once.
Yeah, because I watched that show, and it's like when I saw that, I was trying to think of what he was and where he was. But yeah, he was an angel.
He was. And Cass killed him. And Wayne was a
now
jealous
he's a
boyfriend
skid.
that got killed. Yeah, now he's in full-on skid mode. But anyways, let's pause for a second and play that.
G.N.A. podcast. What's going on? Tyler Johnston here from Letterkenny, a.k.a. Stuart. And I'm coming to you from Sudbury, Ontario, where we are actually shooting the next 7 episodes. And we're having a whole bunch of fun. I don't always wear black nail polish, but when I do, I'm usually in skid mode. I just wanted to say congratulations, guys, on your 200th episode. Cecilia Xavier, Blue Shark 45, way to go. Now, Blue Shark, I hear there might be a couple fibs in your name. I imagine you're not blue. I can guarantee you're not a shark, and I have been told you're not 45. But you know what? It's your name. Sounds like you made it up, so you get to keep it. Cecile, Zyber wants to thank you for your leadership and your hard work this season. It sounds like you guys are kicking butt over there, and that your hard work is not going unnoticed. So, 200 episodes. What's next? 500? 1,000? 2,000? 200,000? I mean, how many episodes you guys got in you? Sounds like you got a great system over there, and I hope it keeps rolling for you guys. I just want to say thank you so much for supporting our crazy Canadian show. We're about to go on a North American-wide tour next year. We're doing 42 shows, so if you guys live near any of those cities, come on through. We would love to see you and love to have you there. And I just want to say, again, congratulations on 200 episodes. Thank you so much for supporting our show. We appreciate the hell out of it. Take care, guys.
So I honestly thought that was really cool. And Zyber, I know you hooked us up with that. I know you reached out to the guy. That's fucking amazing, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he got my name wrong, but that's okay. That's why I keep calling him
you got
Stu.
your name right. Cecile, you got your name right.
I love and hate you, Blue.
Yeah, it was when you mentioned you had something, I was just like, I have no idea what he's doing. I was assuming it was gonna be like a care package or something of the sort, but we were all getting pink headphones or something like that. But when you shared that and I saw that, I was sitting there and I was just like, oh my god! Like I saw this like G.N.A. Like who the fuck knows about G.N.A. You know, because like we're out there, but we're not like out there, and when I saw the fact that they did that was, I mean, it's great. Like it just blew me away, and they're a great show. I love them. I like their values that they kind of try to get across in their humor in their earlier episodes. And it's awesome.
Zyber actually posted it out when I was up in New York during my Thanksgiving break. So he posted that when I was literally in a no cell zone. I went to my mother-in-law's, and my mother-in-law has no cell service where she is. So it's great and it's horrible because if we stay there, I can't get in contact with anybody to say, hey, let's meet up. I'm up in New York. But it's also great because nobody can get a hold of me. So I didn't hear about that until we were driving home. We stopped off to get dinner, and I flicked up Discord quick. I'm like, oh shit, let me check it. And I saw the link, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's Stu. What the hell's going on here? So I hit the link, and I see it said for G.N.A. podcast, and I'm like, I haven't been drinking today. What's this? And I literally started playing it at the table, and I couldn't hear it, so I'm like, shit, I gotta watch this as soon as I can. And in about 5 minutes later, I went to the can, and I'm literally sitting there in a stall playing it so that I can hear it. I'm like, I'm not fucking crying. You're crying. Shut up.
Yeah, I wanted to do something special for you guys, so it was like, all right, it's gonna be the 200th. Why not do a cameo?
Well, dude,
show my appreciation of you guys.
Well, dude, they're coming into, I think, Jersey in March, and orchestra pit tickets aren't that bad. They're like $145 for orchestra pits. So I'm thinking maybe in March we make a little trip out there. We just got to figure out how to fly Blue up there. There's no way I can get him to drive.
Yeah, I gotta just figure out how to get the time and not lose the time.
Yeah, that's always the fun part.
Because the Bills have to come first.
The Bills, they suck balls. The Bills.
We'll have to find a large enough kennel, make some cheap airfare or something.
Yeah, it's true. We can always fly like Spirit or some crazy thing.
We could put them in a Wookiee costume and then put them in a crate and fly them up animal rate.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you're going to have to knock me out for that one.
They do. They knock you out.
Yeah, they give some great sedatives. They're suppositories, but they're sedatives.
Oh, God.
Don't act like you won't like it.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, I'd love to see these guys, like, just I love to talk with these guys some too, like, just tell them how great they are and pick their brain. I know that the guy who plays Wayne, blanking out on his name right now, but like I've seen some of the interviews that they've done of him. He's a cool guy. I like it. I think like comedians do this, and I know action guys do this, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. All of his buddies, was in Predator. It's like comedians. If you ever noticed, like their friends are always in the movies with them.
Oh yeah,
that's always a really cool.
Well, yeah, it's just like if you look at the Kevin Smith films, like he's got a group of friends that he's always got with him. Like even when, I think it was like when Ben Affleck was making it big, he still was in Kevin Smith's movies with him. No, it's really wild. The thing that I find funny about Letterkenny is that, and Zyberblood can contest to this a bit, the small, like that's the small town mentality.
Can confirm.
and like literally, if you ever grew up in a small town, like you watch Letterkenny and you're like, yep, I remember those parties. Yep, I remember that guy. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's why it resonates so well with me. I mean, we lived in a small town. Yep. We had more livestock than people.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the fun part is that, like, during the winter and school year, I was in that small town, and then during the summer, I always went down to the city, and it's like I got to tip cows in the winter, and I got to dodge bullets in the summer. It was fantastic. I got the best of both worlds. Except when I got the shit kicked out of me because my cousin decided to talk smack to some Puerto Ricans. That wasn't fun. Or getting mugged. Yeah, getting mugged at gunpoint kind of sucks too. But other than that, it was really cool.
I like the banter, the going back and forth. Like,
the dialogue. Yeah.
That's really good. Like the opening, like the first episode, like some hockey players come up the fruit stand the other day. Like just that, like, did your esthetician cough that for you?
Yeah, you can kiss my esthetician.
I think you come in men for enough.
Does that come in men's? I think you come in men enough for us. Yeah, the banter. So, like, I was actually talking to somebody about Letterkenny not too long ago, and I was talking about the banter, and I put that on that Kevin Smith level of banter, because Kevin Smith is a master of dialogue. And just watching Letterkenny, you get that level of dialogue where it's incredibly funny, but it's high. Like there was the one episode where they're talking about a guy tearing open his scrotum, and it's like, okay,
vasicles,
yeah,
man.
vas deferens, and all of a sudden they actually go into actually into anatomy, and they start talking about exposing the vas deferens. I'm like, holy shit, these guys went from I tore my scrotum open on a fence to, well, man, I'd really hate to expose my vas deferens. Skateboard. Sorry. Sorry, I was thinking of fucking Chasing Amy. I was on Kevin Smith. But they go into fucking vas deferens. It's like, really? Like, how the hell do you get there? But they do it so eloquently.
Oh, yeah, it, like, takes you, like, you don't think these guys have that kind of scientific knowledge, and then they just hit you with this stuff, and it's just like, holy shit, that's kind of, and it's that sense of humor that I appreciate, the really out of place thing.
Yeah.
Like, to see, like, a bunch of little kids going around and cursing like sailors is like a hilarious thing to me. It's just like seeing, like, a bunch of hicks, like, sitting on the porch and they're having this, like, anatomy debate.
Yeah. It's really friggin' amazing. It's a really great show. If you haven't watched it, you definitely should check it out. And it's on Crave TV.
I absolutely love the humor. It's awesome.
Crave TV, Hulu, and things like YouTube.
Oh, yeah. You can definitely find it on YouTube.
You know, other things that aren't necessarily the way you should be, but, you know, watch it if you can.
Well, we got to kick into the one question we have from Daymok. And we're running out of time like normal, but Daymok actually asked this forever ago, but we've been playing games ever since, so we haven't done questions. And I know I got to fucking do shots. Eat my ass. Anyway, the question Daymok posted, which I really think is an interesting...
You can slide on that. You can absolutely slide on that. You just drank a whole glass of shots.
I did.
You made up for it.
Did you see the size of this fucking glass? I'm out of rum. Like, I have no rum left. Anywho, the question that Daymok pointed out, or asked, was, does anyone else sometimes feel like they are more consuming content rather than enjoying it?
Hell yes. I really, just hell yes, because, okay, so sometimes I feel like I go to work and all this stuff, and I come home, and it's just like, I feel like I'm missing something, like, you know, being able to, like, relax, watch some TV or something, and I literally will just multitask thing. Like, I'll watch TV and play a video game at the same time, and it's just like, I'm really not sitting down and enjoying what I'm watching, like TV, YouTube video, or whatever. I'm just kind of watching it for the sake of saying I have some sort of background noise kind of knowledge on this, instead of actually, like, sitting down and understanding and enjoying it. It's like dividing my attention to.
I'm going to say yes to both. Enjoyment in most games, I have a major lack of. There's many games that I don't enjoy, but I play just to, I guess, play for the sake of passing time. And I would say that's a lot to do with the fact that I just don't really care for the content in most games nowadays. But there are games that I really thoroughly enjoy, like play Anarchy Online or Black Desert, and I played those for years on end. And I don't know, I'm just looking for the next big thing, and hopefully Cyberpunk 2077 is the next big thing.
I don't know. I'm torn. I find even a lot of what are supposed AAA titles to be just bloatware that fills time. I rarely find a game that I can actually progress through and truly enjoy it. Right now, like, my wheelhouse is something like the recent Pokemon games. I could jump back into that at any point, still enjoy it. Or any of the, like, Gen 1 to Gen 7, I could jump in and enjoy it. Recent games, like, I don't know. God, I can't think of anything right now, but there's just been a ton of games where I feel like I'm just playing them to play them and not enjoying them.
Oh, okay, so playing game.
No, I could agree with that. Like, I've been in school for like the past 5 fucking years, so it just, I agree with that statement of I'm just consuming content. I'm literally just trying to get through whatever I can get through, and like, fuck, what was it?
It just passed the time.
Yeah, what was it? Last night or Sunday night? I literally sitting there looking at my games going, I have no clue what to play. Like, I've got so many things to play that I have so many things I got to catch up on.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it going, I want to play every single one of these, but I don't have time to really invest in them because, like I don't know, take Skyrim. I still have not beaten the main story of Skyrim.
I have put hundreds of hours in Skyrim, and I don't think I've ever beaten the game.
Yeah, that's exactly, that's it. I've never beaten the damn game.
About right.
But that's the thing about those kind of games, like sandboxes. Like, you're playing for your own story. Like, yeah, you're the Dragonborn in Skyrim, but you can have the ability to do literally whatever you want. And my thing was to steal shit from everyone, and not really progress the story.
Yeah,
my thing with that game, though, is you can't kill everybody, and I hate that.
With the right mods, you can.
So, I was not thinking the same way you guys were, like, trying to consume, enjoying a game. If I have to be honest, I don't enjoy Sea of Thieves the same way I enjoy Breakpoint. So, Sea of Thieves is not a game that I go in and play by myself. I enjoy it when I play with people. It's more of this thing, kind of like baseball is not really fun to watch. Will you watch it with that make it entertaining? I like playing baseball. Watching it, it's a boring sport. It really is. Same thing with most soccer matches, but it's like Breakpoint, I'll play that game for hours, just grinding out things, finding that. How I've even going back into Ghost Recon Wildlands, same thing, just going after bases and shooting people and clearing them out. It's entertaining to me. I mean, I've got all the guns at this point. But it's not something that I really do in a game. Like, I don't really like consuming it for the sake of consuming it. I only go after the game if I enjoy. But I guess you could say that, well, you really don't enjoy Sea of Thieves because you don't have time with.
Yeah, I think it's more along the lines of, just they're releasing games and you're trying to blitzkrieg your way through them just to get through them to say, okay, I beat them. And then it's like, did you really enjoy it? Did you, it's like that bottle of rum. Or that, actually, honestly, here's a real one. That glass of beer that I had before the show started. Did I really enjoy it? Or did I just consume it? Like, I typically like to sit down and enjoy a beer. But that beer, I'm pretty sure I just snorted the damn thing. Just, it was gone.
I can second that. I'm on my second glass, and I'm not really enjoying the reserve.
Yeah, it's just, you're consuming it now. Like, it's gone.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. I play games to play with other people, and story within a video game, they have not, at least in recent years, hooked my interest. I think almost as far back as to like Final Fantasy IX. So was it like 10 years or more? Maybe
Oh, easily
12
more.
years?
Yeah.
More? Yeah, it's been a long time since I've thoroughly enjoyed the story of a video game.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Well, all I can say is guys, thank you for sticking with me for this wild ride that's been the G.N.A. podcast. We're at 200 episodes. I can't wait to see what happens when we hit 250, 300, 500, wherever the hell this takes us. I'm excited to see it. I'm having a good time. Mostly because it's an excuse to drink, but I'm having a great time. So thank you all. And anybody who's listening, who's been on the show, thank you. Because this show wouldn't have been here without you jumping in too.
Amen.
Can confirm.
So on that note, Co, where can people find you at, man?
They can find me exclusively on the G.N.A. podcast Discord.
Nice. We're going to have to get you someplace else at some point in time. Like
I'm ghost everywhere else.
I don't know, maybe a Twitch feed or something. Just something.
I mean, I am on Twitch, but I don't typically stream as often as I should.
All right, well, what's your
Until-
Twitch?
All right, here's the thing. He could be our G.N.A. face on like Cam Soda.
I mean, you should go to Twitch TV/CS Experiment and check me out if I'm streaming.
There we go. Look at that. Now we got a second place other than Discord. Hallelujah.
Right?
What about you, Blue? Where can we find you at, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on our G.N.A. Discord. You can find me on TPC's Discord. You can find me on Bullets and Beer, Geek Squatch, Mueller Gaming. You can also find me on Twitter at BlueShark45. And if you really are into it, you can also find me on iFunny. I don't put a lot of stuff on there, though.
What about you, Zyber? Where can we find you at, man?
Well, you can find me on the G.N.A. Discord, G.N.A. Facebook, Twitter, and occasionally our YouTube when our show pops up there and I'm on the show. You can also find me on my stuff at Zyber Games or at Zyberblood for Twitter, Twitch, Mixer, Facebook.
Very nice. And I am Cecil Xavier, your host. You can find me on Cecil vs. Games on Twitter, Cecil Xavier everywhere else, Ustream, Twitch, Mixer, Facebook, all the fun places, all the different Discords. You can find me on Bullets and Beer, Yeah Dude Gamers. You can find me on TPC's, Josh of All Trades, which we love that dude. Yeah, checking me out. I'm all over the place. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Reviews help people find the show, so if you enjoy listening to us, let other people know. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play Music, Podcast Addict, Player FM, Stitcher, Spreaker, MyTuner, Your Listen, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Every place, if you just search G.N.A. Podcast, all one word, you'll probably find us. Except for iHeartRadio, you got to Google G.N.A. Podcast and iHeartRadio for some reason. But Google also has their separate podcast app. It's not just Google Play Music anymore. It's actually a Google Podcast app. And if you search for G.N.A. Podcast there, you will actually find us just by searching G.N.A. Podcast in almost any way possible that you look. So I would say go there, only because it's the easiest place to find us. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook by searching at G.N.A. Podcast, all one word. You can join the Discord chat, see the pinned tweet. We do a game show night every first Saturday of the month. If you're listening to this episode, we've actually already done our game show night, but we do game show night where we play Jackbox games and give away Steam codes. We've got a ton of Steam codes from Humble Bundle. So yeah, join us there. We also do a horror movie night every second Saturday of the month, hosted by Zyberblood. Zyber, did you pick out any movies for this month?
I do. Fracker.
Tell me they're Christmas themed, like Krampus or something.
Yes, they are. I have them in my Prime list.
Do you have Black Christmas?
That's racist.
Oh. Not the remake.
Where is it? It's not showing me my saves.
It's all right.
But yeah, I have a few things. I'm gonna update the calendar tonight, and we'll go from there.
Nice. So keep an eye on the G.N.A. calendar in the Discord, and you'll see what game or what movies we're gonna play for horror movie night. We have partnered with Humble Bundle. Hey, Blue, can you tell us anything about Humble Bundle?
I could. but I would need a rad script written by a rad individual to do so.
Mother puss bucket, where are we going to find that? Like, oh, God.
I know, right? It's like we're
virtually
missing something
impossible
here.
to find.
But thankfully, I can ad-lib here.
Yes.
Humble Bundle is a game purchasing service that G.N.A. Podcast is partnered with. You can purchase games just like you normally would, but with a twist. You choose what part of your money goes to the publisher, to Humble Bundle, or to a charity. You can give it all to charity if you want to, or none of it. It's totally up to you. However, make sure any Humble Bundle link that you get, you have to throw $partner equals G.N.A. Podcast at the end of the Humble Bundle link before you buy, to let them know that we, G.N.A. Podcast, sent you their way. So far this month, we have raised $9.01.
It's not bad. It's only a third of the month.
That's right.
That's right, Code. You should save that. Since I've thrown it at you how many times now?
Too many times to remember. And I regret not saving it before.
Do you like anime? Because we like anime. Join us every Wednesday night, 19:30 Eastern Time, for Anime Night, hosted by Blue Shark 45. Our current anime is... What is our current anime? I haven't been there because I've been super busy, but...
It's lovey-dovey, and I'm not loving it.
I'm enjoying it because it's not a whole bunch of sexual escapades for a change, but it is Ai Yori Aoshi, and we are currently on episode 16. We took off last week because most of our attendees, actually I think no one wanted to do it last week because of traveling for Thanksgiving, but we're getting back into it tomorrow.
Nice. Love it. Check out our good friends, Josh of All Trades, Josh_Trades at Twitch, and Absolutely Katie on Twitch as well. We want to thank Morgan BS Photography for our artwork and logo. Check him out at morganbs.com. Email us at GNApodcast@gnainyourdna.1 with questions, comments, death threats. We don't care. And we just lost Co. But that's all right. But we would love to hear from you. Last but not least, check out our website at www.gnapodcast.com. There's no Daymok, so womp womp womp.
Yeah, we miss you, Daymok, and your loud proclamations of our hyperlink.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this 200th episode. I can't wait to see where this goes to next. It's going to be awesome.
Yep, looking forward to it, boys. Have a good night.
Have a good one, brothers.